Hello, 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 soul loves. So today is January the 6th. Yes, a day that gets to go down in history. So I wanted to come on here with you all and just remind you that, oh, excuse me, wherever you're at, even if you're not in the United States, which I am, that when humanity is in a time of chaos and the that it's always a time the chaos comes in before the expansion, okay, and the new birth and the new creation, and that the word reaction and creation are the same letters and they're just put in a different order. So you're the one that gets to choose whether you will be in reaction or creation. That's what free will is. And so earlier on in my group, we talked about this a lot. And what Spirit kept telling me when people were saying, like, who to vote for, blah, 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 this and that as light workers, that the greatest thing that we can do during this time periods is to be in the place of neutrality. And that when we do that, what we do is we drop into our heart. We may sometimes witness our own judgment because we are human and we are connected to the collective mind, and judgment might run through our systems at sometimes. And that if we feel the energy of blame and that this is, this person's fault or this person's fault because they reacted, then that's when we notice our own triggers. We drop into our heart and go into that sacred chamber, and in the place of your sacred chamber, connect to love and compassion. And from that place of love and compassion, I see it as a pink light. It's usually like a really light kind of iridescent pink color, and connect to that energy and then send that energy out into the world. And you may need to, in order to diffuse it and to be in the place of neutrality, depending on your process and how much work you've done on yourself, you may need to feel all the other stuff. You may feel sadness, you may feel dis-ease, anxiety, any of that stuff. It's okay, because it's like in the collective, it's the unclaimed emotional feel. So as empaths, sometimes we feel that. So you may have had different things going on today and not even know what was, really happening, but just knew you had these waves of energy going through. The last 2 days I've slept. I didn't get up to 10:46 yesterday, and the only reason I got up this morning was because I had a chiropractor appointment that I had to be at 9, and I didn't get up to 8:30, and I knew I was doing work in the astral plane, and that I had to stay in this place of just being in the light. And I kept what was happening for me was my future self was coming in, and she was beaming light into me. So I was like doing darshan with her and receiving this energy from her. And I really didn't know what was going on outside of my own little world, except that I needed to be in the place of light and to accept that light and feel the light and to be in it and to be this vessel of light right now. So now I understand why I was getting so much energy and so much upgrades. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you all that if you're feeling any of that stuff and it's spinning you out in any way, just set in your center, breathe in, drop into your heart space, and disconnect from the mind of humanity. Ask to disconnect from that chaotic mind. You do not want that running through your subconscious, whatever that is. Okay? Just ask to unplug from it, and you'll feel it unplug from your own third eye, and then your own energy will come into your third eye so that you can see through your own discernment, and then you'll have more energy to be able to drop into your heart. And from this place of your heart, ask to connect to the energy of compassion. And that from that place, just being in it and restoring the compassion within your own being, within your own self. And when we do that, we radiate that energy out. And that's the most that we can we can do with this time period. That's how we help stabilize the frequencies. And it's like, yeah, humanity's dreamed this in. It's a part of history that's already been dreamed, and that we're in this energy. We're energy of that. I don't understand this question. Somebody is asking me, are you able to contact my sisters? I don't know what that means. I don't If you're asking for me to talk to some dead person for you, if that's probably what that could be, I'm not that kind of medium. It's like there's other people that's their genre, and that's not mine. I mean, sometimes they come in, but I don't try to do that. It's not I kind of graduated from that. I went through different levels of different stuff, and so I don't do that. So if that's the question you're asking me, then then do it yourself, because if it's like your loved ones, then they're there for you. So ask to connect to them to see if they have a message for you. So anyway, back to where I was at with this place of love and compassion. Just drop into that. So we're going to do that right now. So breathe in and ask to disconnect from that chaotic energy, the chaos that's out there in humanity's mind. Just ask to disconnect from it and feel all those energy cords that you've sent out and that's entangled within you and in your thought process, for that to release, and that energy, your energy, come back to you. So breathe in that energy and what that feels like when you disconnect from that, and feel how centered you are, because it'll bring you into this place of being centered within yourself, within your own being, in your own heart. So feel what that feels like. And then you can ask to disconnect from your own mind, the one that you created yourself with all of your thought forms and all your experiences and all your judgments and everything you've witnessed in this world. So we can just put our own mind up on a shelf, because it's always going to be there for us. We can pick it back up at any time. But to come into that place of peace, if you're being connected or spun out by any of this distortions, because there's this matrix of this compassion and love and this divine will, and then there's the chaotic matrix that's out there. So what's happening for humanity in humanity's mind and humanity's heart is that's what the whole ascension process is about, is us freeing from those minds and the distorted matrices, and to come into our heart. That's being the Christed one and carrying the light of that, and the love and the compassion, and to carry that out into the world. Okay. So if you are being triggered or you're being caught off guard, and any of this energy happens to whirlwind through you today, then it's there to help you clear out any of the judgments you may have yourself, so that you can come into this place of love. So that's what's going on. And I just I've got to go pick up my granddaughter, and the phones are ringing, and I'm sure that that's my daughter trying to connect to me. But I just wanted to jump on here real fast. I'm going to come on every day for the next 2 or 3 days. Every morning I'm going to come on, and maybe every evening too. And then I may do a Zoom call that people can come together and we can send energy. I set up a grid today with using rose quartz, some morganite, and some other love vibrational frequencies. And so when I set up a grid, where's the little one? I've got a little one right here beside me somewhere. I set up a crystal grid, and I set one up for the people. And so these energies can be anchored in, and then that energy of love and compassion. I was going to show you on my little grid, and I don't know where I set it. And I've got the big one going too. So I'm going to be doing that. So if you want to connect to it or create your own grid, then you can be a part of that. The crystals help anchor the energy in and amplify the frequencies. So I'm amplifying the frequencies. I'm amplifying these frequencies. It's like I'm going to be wearing my glasses. I gotta go out into the world in a minute. So I think I'm just going to wear my glasses everywhere I go, and to see the world through this, and to know that we're in this stage of the chaos before the expansion. and that, um, all the planets are lined up to support these frequencies in this way of everything that's going on. So I might come back on some more and talk a little bit about that, about what's happening with the planetary influences. And when those energies are out there, we feel it, it affects humanity, but all of that, God's the only one that creates the planets and aligns them up in the way that it is. So this energy was written at this time that these great changes would be here. So it's here. It's here, people. We're seeing it right in front of our eyes. There's all kinds of changes that are happening. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for being the gift that you are to humanity. Thank you for being here. And go into your heart and be the one that carries the pink light of compassion and love, and be in that place, or stay home and be in that place at home and drop into that place of love, and to hold that energy, of that during these times. Okay. Bye. Bless you.